Since 1992, the National Sales and Marketing Council has saluted home builders and marketing professionals who have stood apart as legends in the field of new home marketing. These legends are selected based upon their professionalism and commitment to our industry and quality of their new home marketing. Our first honoree is a National Sales and Marketing Force of Nature, Mr. Bob Schultz.
Well, here's something people don't know about Bob. He was a professional jazz musician in the 60s. He traveled all over North America. He played Vegas, Reno. He was on national television, and he was actually very good at it.
Those were some exciting times in my young life, traveling with that great jazz trio and, of course, Roberta and the Southwinds, but I really did get tired of traveling, so I came back home to Florida, needed to get a job, a real job, a day job, as they say. And it was the late 60s, early 70s. The housing market was just starting to explode in Florida. And did I get lucky? My first job was with a young builder by the name of Ken Berry. In my first year alone, I sold over 100 homes. I was really hot, making a lot of money, driving a Jaguar. Can you imagine selling homes with long hair and a mustache? I mean, I would go crazy today if I saw people doing that. But I made so much money, I was actually a legend then, but a legend in my own mind, because I didn't know what I didn't know, and I was confusing the market and the size of my paycheck with my skill level. My first wake-up call came in around 1973-74, caused by the Arab oil embargo. Gasoline lines, the market went to hell in a handbasket, and I had to make a quick decision. You can't stay in and fake it. You're going to stay in this business, you got to learn what you're doing. As I began to study the art and science of selling in a very serious way and developing processes and systems that would work in the real world of new home sales, they worked so well that it got me through the 70s into the 80s, and I was privileged to manage workouts for Continental Bank, Wachovia, and many, many others. And then one day, a friend of mine, a developer, said, "Bob, could you come over and talk to my salespeople?" And of course, I loved doing that. Loved performing, and I did. And at the end of the morning, he said to me, "Well, Bob, how much do I owe you?" And I thought to myself, owe me? You mean you're going to pay me for this? Someone will actually pay me to do this?
Bob Schultz is a pioneer, an innovator, an amazing educator, writer, authority, and expert. But what makes him a legend to me is the amount of lives that he's changed. He changed my life when I first met him with his proven systems and processes, and he's gone on to change the lives of thousands of salespeople and builders across the globe.
Bob, when we worked together recently in India, I was amazed at how your knowledge, style, and passion was quickly absorbed by the class. Most amazing was how you literally changed the lives of those with whom you worked.
Bob Schultz's passion and vision have already taken us worldwide. Now, through our aggressive online learning system, we're going to take our positive message and our proven systems and processes to an even larger audience worldwide. This industry has only just begun to see what Bob Schultz truly has to offer.
So when people ask me what Bob is really like, I like to tell them this little story. He calls my 91-year-old mother every single day, no matter where he is in the world, to check on her, and he's been doing that for the past 20 years. You know, I'm very proud of Bob this evening, and I'm very proud of all of his accomplishments over the years, but what I'm most proud of is the way that he cares so deeply about people, and for that he'll always be a legend to me.
And now, to accept the 2010 Legend in Residential Marketing Award, Bob Schultz.
I was going to start off by saying how humbled I am by this award, but then I was reminded of a story about former Prime Minister Sir Winston Churchill and Prime Minister of Golda Meir, and they were at a dinner, an awards dinner much like this, in which Sir Winston was going to get an award. And as they were reading his lengthy biography, he was sitting next to Golda Meir, and he said to her, "Well, now I have to go up there and act humble," to which she said to him very bluntly, "No need to try to act humble, Winston, you're not that great." And so I say that I accept this honor with a great amount of care and caring for our business. But something like this you don't earn alone, and I wish I had time to thank all of the builders and the salespeople and the sales managers I've been privileged to work with over the years, and so many of the professionals in this room. John mentioned a few of them that I've had such a privilege to work with in helping builders build their companies and increase their sales. but more importantly, to recognize that in this room there are people here tonight that are the future legends. As John said, and you'll hear so many times tonight, the industry is in a state of flux, but I've been there before. We can get through this. Everybody agree we can get through this? If you do, say, yes, we can. Yes, we can. And I would like to thank the people that are very close to me that I work with on a day-to-day basis in my company, our trainers and coaches and facilitators, Roland Nairnsey, who I have watched grow into a phenomenal sales trainer. And for those of you that I've had the privilege of working with and worked with me and been to our boot camps and our manager programs, you know that I really work for Peggy. I mean, how many of you know that? I work for Peggy, so I want to thank you, Peggy, for doing what you do so well that allows me to do what we do so well. And before we go any further tonight, I just want to say the last thing. I think, in case it doesn't get said, I think we all ought to give a huge round of applause to Pete Mayer and Lisa Parrish and all the people at Pete Mayer Productions for the phenomenal job they do with this thing year in and year out. A big round of applause for them. And thank you all so very, very much. Thank you.